How much should I care? I've been dealing with a lot of things lately, and life is going good. I'm enjoying my days. I'm being productive. I'm happy with my life, but my happiness does not depend on if I have struggles in my life or not, if I'm going through things or not, through hardship. Comes from within, comes from, am I satisfied with what God is giving in front of me? And I am. I'm working really hard to get the best out of the things that God is putting in my path. But that doesn't remove my human side, my my caring, which I think that caring about things and about people and about situations is just living. Caring is so normal, it's so natural, and it's so important. In this video, I don't want to say that you shouldn't care about anything. I think that anyone that says that is completely blind and is awfully wrong. When you care, you start being someone. You start wanting truly meaningful things. When you care about something, is because you hold it dear to your heart, to your soul, and that can escalate really quickly with people, with situations, with anything really. You can start caring too much about things, and the opposite is also true. You can start not caring about anything or not caring about things that you should care. And so that's my question. How much should I care? How can I develop a system, or how can I develop a mindset that cares about the right stuff and doesn't care about the unimportant stuff? How can I do this? And I think the best thing I can do is to try to listen to my heart and acknowledge what my gut and my heart is telling me, and take a conclusion out of it with my mind, with my logical side. You cannot ignore your feelings, or neither you can ignore your logic side. You have to find a balance between them, and depending on the situation, you will listen to one of the sides more than the other, or completely ignore one than the other. And I think that that's one of the main issues. I think that every side has a part and a role to play in every situation. And if we go to the side that when should you care less, I think that most of the time we give a lot of our careness, I don't know if that's how you say it, but to our emotional side when we shouldn't care. And emotions pretty much amplify a lot those feelings, like being judged, like having fear, being scared, pretty much the same thing. But we tend to give to our emotional side those situations when we care. And in situations, and I'm speaking a lot for myself, I know it can vary from people to people, but I think it's really common. And in situations where I should listen a little bit more to my heart, to my soul, I tend to give it a lot more uh, like room of making decisions to my logical side, when in reality it comes from within. And if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I've broken up with my girlfriend a few months ago, and it hasn't been easy. A lot of questions, a lot of how much should I care about certain stuff, about doing certain stuff, about thinking certain stuff. You know, regret, not regret, and it all comes from caring or not caring. If you don't care about anything, or if you don't care about this, You will not pay attention. Your mind will not bother you about it. You will not even think about it, right? And so all this questioning that I've been doing uh, about this subject, the one I just said, has me pondering on different things that I care in my life, family, passions, studies, side hustles. Um, how much attention should I be putting into them? How much meaning do they have behind it? How am I getting fulfilled with it? I think that those check marks should be the ones that determine how much I care about those things. Making videos, I'm still kind of, how do you say it? Shy, I could say, or embarrassed about the videos, but I'm still doing it because I care about it. I care about, speaking to myself, because right now I could say I care about sharing my knowledge, but I'm not doing this to share knowledge right now, at least. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I'm doing it because I do feel a deep sense of fulfillment when I talk about this topics on camera. When in reality, I'm just talking to myself and I enjoy this. So might as well post it on the internet, you know? And so, like I said, I want to balance how much I care on things I should care on and how much I should not be caring about things that I should not be caring, Pretty obvious. Easily said, it's pretty difficult to do, to be honest. Um, I think anyone kind of knows this already, that you shouldn't care about normal stuff. That common sense. You shouldn't care about people's judgment. You shouldn't care about how others perceive you or whatever. Even though a lot of them are wrong, like you should care how other people see you, just to a certain extent. And that's why the question is, how much should you care or not should you care? Because you should care, but to what extent should you care? That's a real question. And yeah, that's a question I've been asking myself lately, and that I'm trying to answer, and that I feel like I'm getting closer to answer. Um, I do think is a question that you cannot have a complete answer, and you cannot have like complete mind shift towards living that answer. You will always care too much about things that you shouldn't, and you will always, by accident, give little to no attention to things that you should. It's sad, it's human nature, but the better the better you try at not doing those things, the better you will get at not doing those things. So there is meaning behind trying. There is fulfillment behind it. At least for me, that's what I see, and that's what I like to believe. You know, I'll surely pray this tonight and tomorrow morning about how I've been dealing with this question, and asking God not necessarily to solve it for me, but rather make me have a clear mind so I can choose better, be more balanced with that emotional and rational side. And I think that would help a lot in a lot of fields in my life, not necessarily just in general how you feel, but you know, as you guys know, life's a mirror. If you do good, if you feel good, everything will transmit it to the other aspects of your life. And so I truly believe that. That's why I want to improve in everything and not just in uh, one niche, one category. I don't know if you say that in English, but yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me if you agree with me, if you think that I'm right, if I'm wrong. Um, if you guys think that I'm skipping a lot of things, or I'm maybe misunderstanding some things about life, about this subject. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I had to do. All I had to say today. And if you guys like the video, subscribe, and yeah, see you guys in the next video.